What's that sound? Sound like money. 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 So I think we about to get it, get it, get it, get it, get it. I think we about to. What's up? It's your boy Mousy. Stocks on the block, baby. We coming back to, we do the late night hype. It's been a while. We've been gone for a second. We had to recover, man. We had to recover. We had to recover from the AMC debacle, GameStop debacle. But so what that did, man, made me want to go back to the drawing board as a new investor and reach out to all my beginning investors with $1,000 or less. I want to help people kind of, let's do this thing the right way. We got caught up in all of the Melvin Capital and the GameStop, the quick money, which wasn't the proper way to invest. Man, made a lot, lost a nice piece too. So now we about to bounce back, and we're going to bounce back together, but it's all good though. See, sometimes you got to be careful, especially when you're playing with house money. So what I'm going to show you is a lot of people want to start investing. And by the way, I'm not a fiduciary. I'm not a fiduciary, financial advisor, none of that. But I am a licensed life insurance agent in the building down the hall. So I'll tell you how to protect those investments that you make with life insurance, but we'll get to that. But for all my beginners, see, you got to understand, there's 2 or 3 rules, and we know we broke some rules, but you got to ask yourself, what type of investor are you trying to be? Just coming in from the beginning, because this is what I did. I came in, I started with like 1,000 or 2, made about 5, 6. First 30 days made 3,000, off 1,000 or 2, putting in a little bit at a time. What they call average cost and the cost averaging 100 something, 200 something, 300, till it equaled up to either 2,000. Then I started, but I kept investing on up the way. But I came in the game options, so I'm gonna take y'all slow though. So I got a couple of investments, right? I keep a hit list, baby. I keep a hit list. I got plays. I could just give y'all plays for days. You see, I could give you plays for days. But we're not just gonna give you plays. What we're gonna come here and we're gonna help all of the beginners, because it's critical when you begin. You know what I mean? I cut this down a little bit. It's critical when you begin. When you're in the beginning stages, you don't want to really just. First of all, are you a worker? Like, do you work? Part-time job? Can you invest? Can you really watch the numbers? Because it's a numbers game. You got people don't, I don't want to watch my phone. I don't want to watch. No, you have to watch your phone. You have to watch your numbers. If you're going to really take this serious, you have to treat your portfolio like it's your own personal business. That's how you're treating your business portfolio. So whatever you decide to put in your portfolio, once you put it in your portfolio, you decide what you want to do. So now, okay, this is where we're going next. Now, you long-term or you short-term? You a long-term investor, or do you want to get into trading? But before you get to trading, you want to at least learn how the stocks work, how the stocks move. Like they say, you want to do your research, due diligence on every company, do your own due diligence. Somebody tell you something, still do your homework. So it's like a lot of people just want a stock. Like, I could give you a stock, but it's like 3 different ways you can eat off of one stock. So the first and the main, the easy way is just investing, growth over time, which a lot of time I recommend, well, I don't recommend, but what I heard is ETFs are pretty good. If you any type of exchange fund like ARK Innovations, any ETF, because they got Tesla in it, they got CRISPR in it. So things like that, value stocks that'll last over time. If you just want to say put 1,000 to the side and just over the years let it build a little bit, blah, 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 you put it in something like that. Now, if you want to trade it and build it on a weekly basis, that's when you get more into the trading, to the options, but you have to build to that. But you really have to monitor and watch on your phone. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to give you, we got a couple, right? So first, let's just say if you got $1,000. Now, after the weed stocks this Reddit thing is it was cool at first, but now this is getting crazy because it's like everything that they think Reddit is attached to, the volatility. So whenever you reinvest in stock, make sure it's is just attached to the Reddit people, you know, just kind of go on Wall Street bets, check and see if the stock is on there, because that'll mess with the volatility. But anyway, so say you got Afrim, Aurora Cannabis as far as those. Now, CCIV and Lucid, now these are all stocks. Put it like this, any stock under $50, you can get, say you got 500, you want stocks that you can get at least multiples of 10, maybe 100. You want to get 100 to 125, so it's set up like an option contract. So as it goes up, but if you can't get that, you may want to get 5 of these, but I say just get all even numbers. Me personally, if I can't buy at least 10 or better of a particular stock, I just keep trading until I build up the money to get enough of the stocks that I want. That's kind of how I teach it, or you know, how I help people and show them each one, teach one. So what you do, so let's just say now, if you want a stock under $5, say you got Golden Nugget, which is sitting at 17.20. Eventually it may pop. I got a long-term option on that, but then you got AGTC. That's another one. It's like in genomics field, I believe, biogenetics or something like that. And then you had another one, which is ATOS. Now, also NEO and GM too. You know, you can get like NEO still sitting around the 50. So if you got 500, something 600, you can get like 10 shares of NEO. You can get 10 shares of GM. You can get 10 shares of Nike if you got $1,400. You know, you want to cut that in half. Then boom, you can do it like that. Carnival, $21. There you go. Those are the type of stocks that you want to try to get long term. You know, so I'm gonna give you a couple of those plays. Royal Caribbean, because you know the bounce back, people about to start going back, traveling, this, that, and the third. So you want to look at that type stuff. But Canada Goose, the coast like the goose down, stock like $43, something like that. That's long term, you know, get a little bit of that. Or if you look at get it and trade it, see where it go before the summertime comes. But it's a good company. So we're gonna give you a little bit of that, but I want everybody to just kind of let's woosah. Let's get back to the real. Let's get back to the real investing. The GameStop, all that's over with. But you know, you have to act, but you got it now. You still have to be careful what stocks you pick now, because if the Reddit movement, not to say that, hey, if it's, you know, you just have to know how to deal with that situation. That's what they mean by once you become an experience. You know, it's been 3 months in the game, so. But I feel like I'm still playing with house money, so I'm okay. But could be a lot better. But we broke some rules. No chasing. Patience, don't chase. Once a stock run up, it's going to come back down. You got to relax. This is a patient game. Stock's going to go up, they're going to go down. And understand, not just us, we not moving these stocks. The retail, the real institutions, the banks, the firms, the hedge fund, they moving the stocks. So you got to kind of move behind them. But we kind of just tag along and we get the pieces that fall off. But, you know, they crumbs is a cake for us, for real. What they leave on the table, we make a meal out of that. Then that's what we're doing. So whatever they leave on the table, we're going to get them little pieces. But so right now, if you got anything you want to think about, any stocks you're thinking about, but I just said if you're working with a couple $100, you look for stocks that's under $10. You know, just to give you a numbers thing versus, because there's so many stocks out there, I could give you names all day. But it's a numbers game. So it don't matter what it is, the numbers are the same. So depending on the stock, I would say anything under $100, there you go. But try to find a value stock. If you can find a value stock for under $50, which is like airlines, $17, cruises, 20s, GMC 50s, car companies in the 50s. You can find stocks like those, which are called value stocks, which over time, those companies hold a value. That was the whole thing about the GameStop. They didn't feel it would hold its value over time, blase. So look at your stocks like that. Make sure whatever you pick, do it make sense. And I always say, whatever you pick, first you want to ask yourself, what's the want and what's the need of whatever you investing in? What's the want and what's the need? Okay, do they need? Is this something people need or people want? I always look at it like that. It's, you know, I used to have a retail store, so, you know, I've always been in the buying and selling. So I look at the need and the want. I'm not buying it just because it's hot. I'm not investing just because everybody's saying it has to make sense. It has to be something I know they're gonna need, they're gonna use, like AMD. AMD is sit I want to say 90 some dollars. I can't see off top, but AMD makes computer chips, which all the EV cars use, and which PlayStation and Activision. If you want to get into the video game, we're gonna I'm just give you a little bit. I ain't gonna give you too much right now, but that's a lot. But figure out your style, figure out your schedule, figure out how you want to invest. If you're going long term, we'll find long term situations for you. You look for value stocks. You want to trade and start making money, get into options. Then you just have to be ready to. Your biggest loss may be your biggest gain. Sometimes you win, sometimes you lose. But whatever you put in, be able to let it sit. Good thing about it, if it go down, eventually it's gonna come up. But the thing is, when the stock goes down less than if it goes down 5 to 10%, get out of there. 15 to 20, maybe, depending on the volatility. Max, cut your losses and get out of there. When you get up, anything over 40%, start looking for boom. Unless you're going to keep the stock long term. But anyway, decide. You long term, short term, trading, what you doing. Figure out how you want to invest. Keep tapping in. We'll touch on each little way every week. But we about to bounce back and show you how to bounce back with under $1,000. We'll have different stocks for you. All right, peace.